It do not matter. Clip on a Ruger, look like a ruler.
Okay, so I'm back, and before the video starts, greatly appreciated when you interact, so please like, comment, and subscribe. So remember, well, I don't even remember how long it used to be, and it's a lot more subscribers now, but remember when we used to do TEMU? It's back again. So we all know TEMU love a deal, right? Now they have more, okay? So at first they had the $100 coupon bundle deal with the coupon code and the links, and I'm gonna post all the links in the coupon codes. Now they got a free gift code for new app users. They also have a 30% off code for new app users and reinstalled users. Then they got this exclusive deal, and if I'm being honest, I don't even know what the exclusive deal is. So if one of y'all do it, can y'all tell me? So like if you want a $100 coupon bundle, or like if you want some free gifts, or if you want 30% off, or you want to know what this mystery exclusive deal is, you should go check it out. So the link for whatever deal you want, okay, is going to be in the comments and in the description. Now, onto the video. Alright, so this video, we have these Malone sisters, child. These girls. Really, we could really pick up where we left off. It's the last time we talked about Chrisean and Tesehki and Marsh, right? This video. Y'all should go watch it. You should go watch it. Now, if you don't want to go watch it, I'm going to give you a small recap, okay? But you should. Now, Marsh, she was on live talking to these little fans and shit like that. And I don't know exactly what they were saying. But Marsh went and said, Chrisean and Tesehki don't have a problem, so why would I have a problem? She was like, she gonna ride for hers, as in Chrisean. She was like, I don't want to hear shit about me fighting for my friend, because it be niggas on the street getting shot for their friends. So until you see me getting shot for my friend or shooting at somebody for my friend, don't say shit to me. Tesehki, she said out her mouth that clip of Marsh talking pissed her off. Basically, she was like, you should have chose better words, you know, because like we're talking about guns and shooting and shit and riding for your friends and shit like that. She was like, Chrisean is my sister, that's your friend. Stay in your lane, basically. And when Marsh said they don't have a problem, so why would I have a problem? Tesehki said, if I do have a problem, basically then what? The guns and shooting for your friend example that Marsh used, it didn't sit right with Tesehki, and it didn't sit right with some of Tesehki friends, right? And I feel like they should move backwards, so bring it back. You know, I feel like it was too much dip on the chip. And really a chip that was already cracked. I feel like Marsh did not have to respond to the fans, especially with that type of, like, you did not have to do it knowing that they're trying to fix their relationship, knowing that they don't have a problem, right? It's like it'll start some shit that don't need to be started, you know? Now, I don't think Marsh was trying to, like, get into gunplay and shit like that, and really, I don't even think Tesehki think Marsh was trying to do that, because she was like, choose better words. I don't think, that's not what I think Marsh was trying to do, but I do think Marsh ain't have to say anything about none of that. Now, onto this update. So, Marsh, she was in, like, this hair salon type of thing, right? And she was talking once again on live. And she was like, she has plans on being on the next season. Do you? Right? Then she said, it's been a lot of controversy, and I feel like we should just hash it out on Baddies. Why not get paid for it?
I know, I plan to be on Baddies next month. It's been a lot of controversy, but so I feel like that's where we can handle it at, on Baddies. That's how I feel personally. If anybody want to get off on who they mad at, we should go to Baddies where we get paid at, right? That's what I think. Don't fuck with the rotation. Let the rotation flow that hoe.
Now, when Marsh said that, this was before the other sisters joined the conversation on the internet. I don't know what's going on behind the scenes, but it's been a lot of controversy. At that time, it really wasn't. It was just Marsh said what she said, then Tesehki said what she said. After that, it wasn't nothing for real. And you know, Marsh, not gonna lie, I'm starting to think this was your plan, you know, because I could be wrong. But for one, you started this one. You was on live talking. Now, when you and Tesehki first met each other again after all that shit that happened, you was like, we gotta get in the field again. So you telling me when you first seen it, you tell her y'all gotta get in the field again. Tesehki like, whoa, what are you talking about? Chrisean in the back, she talking about some money. You know, it's kind of clicking. Did y'all plan this? Was this what you wanted to do all along? Did you and Chrisean plan this? Is Tesehki in on it? Because it's giving y'all trying to build a storyline. And once again, I don't know if Tesehki is in it or not, but this is what it's giving. You know, so like you want to go on Baddies and get beat by Tesehki again for 5,000? Okay. You know, like I could be tripping, but do this not feel like it's a little bit calculated? Now, onto the sister drama. And yes, Marsh do intertwine into this sister drama, okay? Now, with this sister drama, from what I'm getting from this situation, to me, it looked like the sister, Terrine, mostly has Chrisean's son, Chrisean Jr., right? Like, not saying 100%. I'm saying, like, regular scheduled programming, it looked like the baby is with Terrine. And I could be wrong, but no, I have yet to see otherwise. So Chrisean, she's on live. This girl stay on live. It's a bunch of clips of Chrisean on live, right? And there's this one clip of her. She's just getting off the phone with Terrine. And she was like, I gotta go get my son. She was like, Terrine is saying, oh, you need to run me my money. And Chrisean, like, you know, that's weird because, like, this is your nephew. She was like, I sent her well over $4,500. She was like, my family keep extorting me for money. She was like, Terrine mad because I took Marsh's side over my other sister's side, as in Tesehki, and they got a problem with me still being cool with Marsh.
It's cool. I'm on my way. I gotta go get my son. She set up the phone saying, run me my money. Like, what are you talking about? You're supposed to be his aunt. What are you talking about? I sent you well over 45.
Hey, we're not doing that. We don't.
Nigga, I don't care, bro. I don't care, bro. That shit weird, nigga. The fuck? Family keep extorting me for money, bro. That's weird as shit, bro.
Mute that.
She mad that I didn't take
Hey,
my
mute
other
that.
sister's side. No, let's talk about it. No, let's talk about it, bro. No, let's talk about it, bro.
No, mute
Everybody got a problem with me being friends with Marsh still. No, chill. Let's talk about it. No, don't mute my shit, bro. This is my stream, bro. Chill.
Yeah, but we can't be doing
okay, it's none of that. I ain't saying nothing negative. Okay, I ain't saying nothing negative. I'm addressing it.
No, this
Let me address it. Okay, I'm addressing it.
Let her address it, bro.
Let me address it, bro.
Step out the car because I don't want to be in the middle of that, bro. They be put. I don't want to be in the middle of that.
Nobody's saying you in the middle of it.
But I don't want to be sitting here because they gonna be cussing me out. I don't want to get cussed out, bro. All of them is my sisters. Her, Tesehki, her others, them, all of them. I don't want her to do that, bro. Like not on this.
That's weird.
I understand where she coming from. I'm not
like,
you know
we dropped it.
But, like,
you already got your ones. She already got her ones with Marvin. She already got her ones with Marvin.
No, let's talk about it later. We'll talk about it later.
Stop playing with my child because I'm Marvin.
We'll talk about it later.
That's fucked up,
We're gonna talk about it later.
All that shit I did, all that money I sent, what the fuck is you talking about, bro?
I got the price for you, though.
So basically, Chrisean feels like the sister is now being weird to her because what Tesehki and Marsh got going on, and Chrisean, she picked Marsh's side, you know? She feel like Marsh didn't do anything wrong. She feel like Tesehki is the one in the wrong in this situation. And she feel like the sister is now saying, run me my money, come get your son, just because of this Marsh situation. Now, from what I'm understanding, when Terrine told Chrisean to come get the baby, they was in New York. Chrisean didn't go get the baby. They went to LA. And Chrisean said she lost her ID. I'm confused. Now, Terrine's daughter, she said some things. Let's read them. She said, what? Can you please repeat that? I'm perplexed as to why it was perceived as a negative response. It is quite absurd how you become so upset over my mother not taking your side. You must acknowledge your mistakes and comprehend them. You wish to continue discussing finances when it has never been about money. Financial issues has never been a concern for us, and if we find ourselves lacking, we will manage to obtain it. With you being the last resort and truly never an option, my mother generously contributes for the little one. She works tirelessly to ensure his well-being. Despite her own challenges, she strives diligently to assist him and provide for him, often without even understanding his actual needs. What the fuck? She consistently reaches out to you for his social security information so that she can ensure his needs are met. We do nothing but care for you and shower him with love. You exploit him as a pawn, and you are aware that my mother will always come through for him, and that is unjust. My mother maintains a highly productive schedule and takes him everywhere. She continually spends her own money to support him. He essentially resides with her. And when you do have him, you return him with nothing. She purchases his underwear and clothing. And when you do have the means, yes, you do send money for necessities, but it's rare. And it's rare you send big bills knowing my mom is providing for your child and hers at Chrisean. Okay, so there's a lot to unpack here. First, for one, the part where she said, you was the last resort and truly never an option when it comes to money, when they having money problems, and she got her. That's a crazy statement. When she said the aunt tries to assist him the best she can and she don't even know what his actual needs are. And she didn't ask for the Social Security so she could, like, I guess, take him to the doctor and see what actually is wrong with him so they can move forward the correct way and she won't give. Okay. How the fuck could the person who has him most of the time not even know what his needs are? Wouldn't that be like an essential, like, so like you can know what's the best way to do what you need to do? Like that don't make sense, Sean. If that's true, that don't make sense. It's kind of dangerous, honestly, for any kid. Like, if you send your kid over to someone's house, right, and your kid is allergic to a certain thing, and you don't tell a person that your kid is allergic to that, that's dangerous. So why would you think it's okay not to tell the person who has him most of the time what his needs are? I hope that's not true. And why not give the aunt his information if she has the time to take him to do what could be better for him? Like, take him to the doctors and get him diagnosed, whatever. She said, that's just so, that's dumb. That's dumb. That's very fucking, it's neglectful. Terrine's daughter says, it is truly unfortunate that you consistently resort to the internet after being requested to engage in a conversation or when matters have been left unresolved. This behavior is unfair to us and the nieces and nephews, as well as the other sisters and brothers. If the internet did not exist, none of this would have occurred. However, I cannot simply sit here and permit you to misrepresent and distort the truth regarding my mother, your big sister who has always supported you no matter what it is. Then she, like, gives her mom her flowers. She's like, she's an extraordinary woman. She's a bishop, a prayer warrior, carries herself with dignity, loves wholeheartedly, a beautiful woman, remarkable individual, stands firm on her morals and principles. She does not engage in trivial matters. She's, like, good stuff, you know? So after that, Terrine, she goes live and she said a bunch of shit, right? But I have to put that last because it's very long. Now, before that, Chrisean, she was on live. She said this thing where she's basically insinuating that her brother Mookie, that has 60 years in jail, is basically in there because of Terrine.
This bitch got me fucked up, though. She really do. And then it's like, yo, Terrine, I love you, though. But I'm not finna end up like Mookie, though. I'm not. Like, I really wish I can elaborate what really happened, but I can't because, it's a case. Like, it's a whole case, my nigga. He got 60 years from it. So it's like,
you can't elaborate.
I'm just saying, yo.
Next, talk something else.
I'm just saying, bro. This shit real, bro.
Let him fight his case.
Okay, but that's weird. Like, cause they trying, what's that called?
Not gonna lie, I'm waiting for at least one of the siblings to, like, either confirm or deny that shit because I want to know what happened, if we being honest. Then in another clip in that live, Chrisean was like, go check the cash app. In total, I sent you $15,000. Then she showed all of the transactions right over the past couple of months. Chrisean said that she sent Terrine $1,300. I think that was August, and Terrine spent the $1,300 on earrings. And
now it's, you owe me up, cough this, whatever you've been sending me is pennies. Girl, within, go look at the cash app. The total I sent you was $15,000 in total. Let's look, go give my sister some money. Look, this shit is day to day, bro. This is not what we agreed on. She said I didn't have to pay her because that's her nephew. I always send money. I sent $1,300, right? Guess what she bought with the $1,300? Those earrings.
That's hard.
All this day to day. 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 Like, you feel me? Like, day to day. Every time she had my son, I paid her. Even when I was locked up. I'll show you when I was locked up. I sent it. I'm just saying, like, if you really somebody aunt, okay, I get it. You want to look like, this is why I didn't want help in the first place. This is why I wanted to take him on the road in the first place.
And she's saying in total was $15,000. Now my question is how far back are the months? You know what I'm saying? Now I'm assuming the $1,000 a day Marsh was getting don't apply to her sister because, like, she's the aunt, I'm guessing. But I will say, Chrisean did say in the beginning, Terrine said, oh, you don't have to pay me to watch him. That's my nephew. Now, I'm pretty sure over time, like, they realize how much money it do cost. So, like, she is going to have to contribute. And, like, she's kind of obligated to contribute. But, like, I don't know. This some fuck shit. Now, some things that kind of made my mouth drop, right? So first, Terrine was one of these sisters that kind of stayed, not, I would say out of it. She on the internet, she kind of stayed out of it, right? You know, the claims that Chrisean put on Tesehki. She was the sister that said, she wasn't there, so she can't say who's lying. She can't say who's not lying. She don't know. But, the common sense. Now, she's just saying it's a lie. Now, she's saying Tesehki is not a child molester. She also said when the shit was going on and the allegations was happening, her kids got pulled into the offices at their school and asked what was going on. Now, me personally, I agree with that. I just hope the intentions were pure. Like, I hope y'all pulled them kids into the office to make sure they're okay, make sure ain't no weird shit happen to them or nothing like that. And y'all ain't just pulled them into the office for tea. You know what I'm saying? But when she said that, my mouth dropped. Like, because my mind didn't even think that far. Like, the kids that are currently kids in their family in their schools probably do have questions and concerns. Like, I didn't even think of that. So if they did pull them kids into the office out of genuine concern and hoping that they're okay and making sure that they're okay, kudos to the school if you ask me. Just saying. Now, $15,000 is a good chunk of money. My question is, like, how far does it go back? How thin is it stretched? That's my question, because she said $15,000 in total. And how many months did the $15,000 cover? That's my question. And she kept saying day to day. If I'm not tripping, day to day mean every day. And that wasn't every day. It just wasn't. I also am not a mom, so I don't know, like, how much it costs to take care of a child. The aunt basically saying it's not enough. I'm using what you sending me, and I'm using my own money. Chrisean is saying, girl, I send you money a lot. It should be enough. Now, Terrine, she goes live, and she was on live for a minute. Talked about a bunch of things, okay? So, Terrine, she's saying this narrative that Chrisean is trying to pull out, basically saying that Terrine is trying to extort her, and she's not fucking with it. And it's not true. I hope it's not true. Terrine spoke about one of the situations about money, right? Chrisean called her. She was like, you go get the baby some clothes, right? And Terrine was like, all right, send me the money. I'll go. Chrisean was like, I'll send you the money when you get to the cash register, okay? Like, Chrisean wanted the exact amount. She didn't want to just estimate how much it might cost, send it to Terrine, and I guess Terrine probably send the change back. She didn't want to do that. She said, fuck no. When you get to the register, call me, okay? Terrine was not fucking with it. She felt like that was weird. But that's what had to happen. So she went to go get the clothes. She get to the cash register. She calls Chrisean. Chrisean is not answering the phone. She ends up having to call Chaotic to get in touch with Chrisean. That would have pissed me off, not gonna lie. Then there was another time they was on the phone and they were talking about the baby party. Apparently Terrine, she wasn't really feeling Bino, the new boyfriend, being at the baby birthday party, or Marsh being at the baby birthday party. She felt like Bino, that shit was like too early for him to be at the birthday party. And Marsh, she just don't fuck with Marsh because, Marsh jumped Tesehki in the van. She said before the party, Chrisean had asked her to go get a cake and said that the baby haven't ate yet and he's hungry. And she said the baby need to eat, so she went to go get the baby some milk. Now, why milk? Milk. She was like, there was no issues at the party, right? Then after, first of all, did y'all see the party? Did you see they had the fucking Douce bottle beside the baby cake? That pissed me. I've never in my life seen alcohol beside a baby birthday cake before. It's like all the adults in the building and no one thought to move the Douce bottle. Okay. It might not be that deep, but it's like where I got at this 2-year-old birthday party where y'all need Douce. What? But anyway, Terrine said outside of the birthday party, after I guess it was over, Chrisean went and showed her the situation between Tesehki and Marsh. The whole Marsh saying, if they don't have a problem, why would I have a problem? Tesehki said, you need to choose better words. That whole situation, right? And Terrine felt like Tesehki wasn't wrong. Chrisean felt like Tesehki was wrong. She's defending Marsh. She's like, Marsh ain't do shit wrong. Tesehki being weird. She called her a bitch and I'm a person. That's what Terrine said. And it started an argument between Chrisean and Terrine, right? And Marsh, as you know, she was there. She comes outside. And while they're having this argument, and she said Marsh leaned up off the car. And she didn't really take that lightly. And she told Marsh get her ass back on the car. And Marsh leaned her ass back on that car. And she said it happened twice. Basically, Terrine and Chrisean having this argument about the situation. Terrine had to check Marsh because, what you about to do? Now, I don't know if what she's saying, her stories are in chronological order, okay? I think it is. Okay, so look, she said Chrisean was at her house and she was recording a video. You know how Chrisean be doing her rants on Snapchat? She said Chrisean was doing one of her rants on Snapchat and it was about Tesehki and she was going off. Now, I think it was after the whole Chrisean and Marsh thing that happened a couple days ago, I think. I don't know, but she told Chrisean don't post that, and Chrisean ended up not posting it. She also talked about a situation where Tesehki had texted Chrisean, but Chrisean was drunk and she took it wrong, I guess. And then the next day, Chrisean sobered up, read the message, and she wanted to send Tesehki an apology, right? But instead of her writing her own apology, you know, because it's your brain and your actions or whatever the fuck, she told Terrine to write the apology. So it's like, is it even genuine if you get someone else to write your own apology? Then Terrine ass was going and writing the damn apology. I disagree with that, bro. Look, unless she felt like she over it, she want this shit to be over, she tired of them arguing. So if her writing this apology and get this shit done, she'll do it. All right, cool. But it's like, I feel like the apology should have came from Chrisean and how she actually feel, because like if she really don't agree with this apology, then them making up is not gonna last long. You know, if your apology isn't genuine and you just saying it just to let go of the situation, it's gonna come back up, right? Y'all little piece is not gonna last long, clearly, because it didn't. Then y'all niggas is on the internet together, y'all working together, y'all making songs. I don't feel like that was the right play. I feel like they should have worked it out. It wasn't gonna take one conversation, clearly. They should have worked it out, and you know, they should have went slowly, in my opinion. Because it's like, bro, the situations y'all got, it's not a one conversation type of thing to get over. Like, it's, I don't know. It's not a simple text apology. Now, as Terrine was writing out the apology, she was on the phone with Chrisean. She was telling Chrisean the apology, right? And in the apology, from her words, she said, the apology had, sorry for lying on you, sorry for sabotaging your career, sorry for the public humiliation, and Chrisean was not fucking with the public humiliation part. She said she don't think Chrisean fully understand what the definition of public humiliation is, and honestly, my thing was, that's the part you mad about? You wasn't mad about the part that she just said you lied on her? Like, what the fuck? And then it was like, I would love a receipt of this apology, but it's like, at this point, she could write any fucking thing and put it out and say this was the apology, so I don't really... Can Chrisean and Terrine just go live together? That's what I want to know. Because I want to see who gonna clock what lie. Like Chrisean, she be standing 10 toes behind her claims on Tesehki. She'll still say she loved Tesehki. She even got Tesehki name tatted, and she'll still stand 10 toes on what happened. And you telling me she was just cool with you saying, I'm sorry I lied on you? Yo, y'all pissing me off because I don't know who to believe. And then she was like, after an argument that they had, Chastity called Terrine, was like, what did you do to Chrisean? What happened? Blah, blah, blah. And then Chrisean had called her and asked her where the baby clothes was at. And the baby clothes was in Terrine's house because that's where the baby be at, nigga. And when Terrine told Chrisean that the baby clothes was dead, Chrisean sent her $200, and apparently that pissed her off. I don't even understand what the $200 was for. Oh, maybe for the clothes that she brought for the birthday party. I thought it was only like a birthday outfit. Then she was like, after the argument, Chrisean had snuck in her house to get the baby or get the clothes. Apparently, Terrine was ready to fight Chrisean, and Chrisean knows she can't beat Terrine, I'm guessing. Then she zoomed in the house, got whatever, the sun blew up Chrisean's spot. He was like, hey, Ma, she here. And Chrisean ran out the house. You know what? Here goes Terrine's live.
It's not a narrative that the internet created. It's a narrative that Chrisean put out there on her stream. So don't say that. Why now? Because it's a false allegation that I'm extorting somebody. That's a serious allegation. Don't ask me that. No, I already called her. Stop playing with me. Block these people that saying, everybody that said, call her, block them. Because listen, y'all be cool when she go on and rant, and when she put out these little narratives, y'all be cool with, y'all like the drama, y'all like negativity, y'all like it. Yeah, we about to talk about it. I ain't extort my little sister, wouldn't ever do that. That sounds crazy. And extortion, you gotta understand the definition of extortion. You gotta understand what it entails to even mention that. But more so, I wanted to address the real issue. The issue was not about no money. It was, we didn't have no issues. You know what I mean? Those little issues are issues that I take in stride with on my regular day-to-day basis. I take in stride with that. That's nothing. The issue was, okay, the baby party. Boom. Chrisean came, got him the night before his party. Boom. She called me. I didn't know she was streaming. She called me like, hey, can you go get the baby clothes? Yeah, I can. Send the money. Because this is one thing that we deal with all the time. We say you're going to do something, and I keep calling back like, did you send it? Are you going to send it? Send it? Send it? Not that I'm asking for it, but it's like I got to keep calling saying, send it. Did you send it yet? It ain't come yet. Did you send it? Are you going to send it? So that was the thing for me. Like, don't know. When I get to the spot, I'm going all the way out here to go get these things. I didn't even ask for the gas money that I needed. But it's like, all right, you like, no, I'm going to send it to you. We get the cash register so we can do this and that. What? Now you nickel and diming everything. And not only that, it's like, why? I'm very trustworthy. Then not only, if you needed, if you wanted to send something for me to go get his clothes, you could have sent it and I bring you back the change. For me to call you, and it took place, it happened. I had to end up calling chaotic phone because I couldn't get in touch with her when I got to the cash register. So boom, that was that. Nothing. That's nothing to me. It's annoying, but that's part of dealing with Chrisean. You gotta understand, like, her focus be off. I get that. I helped raise that little girl. I know. So that's nothing to me. Boom. Let's say, all right, we're supposed to go to the Museum of the Bible. Okay. That changed. We didn't go. So she said she wanted to have a little party. She showed me the spot. Okay, we can do that. Okay, how you want to do it? So I'm like, who all coming? She's like her new friend, her friend, some associates. Marsh, slid that in there real quick. First of all, for me, my disposition is this. I don't want to be around Marsh, for one. She banked my sister. I don't want to be around her till she get banked. Like, okay. Second, your new friend. It's not, you as a mother, you can choose how you want to do it. But me personally, I think it's too soon for him to be around. And I don't want to be around him and the baby. That's just me. That's my prerogative. Me and mine, we load up, we go get the cake or whatever. While we grabbing the cake, I get a phone call. Okay, they on their way to the bar. Okay. All right, well, I'm grabbing the cake. Boom, I go get the cake. We go to the spot. We get there. Baby needs some milk when I get there. Okay, he's hungry. So it's like, all right, no, we gotta feed him before we do anything. I ain't trying to do that. Boom. I leave to go get the baby milk. They about to start, they sung happy birthday. They started to sing happy birthday. So when I get back, Sean, like, you know, gave me the baby, told me sit in the seat. I thought that she was gonna sit there. It was cool though, it was sweet. I held the baby, we sung happy birthday. Boom, we leave. So as we're leaving to go load up the car, again, everything's fine. We don't have no issues. We didn't have no issues that I knew about. It was underlying issues that I wasn't aware of. So we go outside, we chilling. While we're chilling and conversing, I'm schooling, you know, picking our boyfriend brain apart, schooling him on how to, treat her and just little basic life stuff concerning, relationships and us or whatever. Boom, we talking. Chrisean showed me a clip. And the clip is Latifah, the one y'all know is Tesehki. Her face on there, you see Marsh's face at the bottom, Latifah picture at the bottom, somebody else's picture. There's no audio to it when she showed it to me. It was audio to it, but she didn't show me the audio of it. So anyway, she said, look at this. This bitch wrong, like she wrong. I'm like, first of all, who you talking about? You're like, Latifah. I'm like, she's not wrong. And why, what's this energy towards her? Like, she's not wrong. She's responding to the live that Shorty made when y'all seen each other on stream the night she popped out on the stream. I don't think she's wrong. So the question that Chrisean gave to me was, how is she not wrong? She's not wrong. How is that even a question? Because first of all, we had our peace conference that we had and we made peace. So I'm just like, we got to give her room to heal. Latifah went through a traumatic, disappointing time with her and Chrisean when they fell out. So it's like, come on now, Latifah was bombarded. And so basically, it kind of went, it started going left because it kept being a question of why is she mad? Okay, so it's like, yeah, it's obvious. It's like, she's not mad, she's healing. And you got to give her room to heal. And you got to be respectful. And you got to be cool with the healing process of it. Nobody healed from nothing like that. Imagine your name being dragged through the mud, lies being told on you, and it's being created, and now it's like a thing. Like, not only just that,
these people, like the fan base,
attacking her constantly, and it's been going on. You go different places, so now when y'all do meet together, you gotta understand. It's like, my best example I could give is the situation is kind of like a dude cheating on you. When if you get cheated on, you accept the guy back. You accept him back, but when you accept him back, you still healing through the process. So it be little things that trigger you, keyword trigger, that take place while y'all together. You want to be with him, but it's like, don't call me that new nickname. What you call her that? Like, you know what I mean? Oh, now all of a sudden you wear your T Savage. Hold on, T Savage. Can y'all call T Savage on the iPad? Because it's supposed to be like that. So, okay, you got to be understanding to the healing process of things. So that's my thing. See, Chrisean is on her forgiving thing, but at the same time, it's like we can just forget. It's like some people can't forget when they forget, and you gotta be respectful to that process. So, okay, I'm explaining to her that she's like, but why is she not wrong? Why is she not just kept over talking me? What do you mean? Why is she not wrong? I'm telling you why she's not wrong. So now I became the problem because I'm holding you accountable for your accusations. I'm holding you accountable for your disposition. After we made peace, it was supposed to be peace. If that's what it was, it's like, get your yay be yay, your nay be nay. If it was peace and it was real peace, then what's the problem?
And they went to Marsh about.
So then when Marsh came out, she just posted up on the truck and she chilling. And I'm talking to Chrisean, but you all in my conversation because you keep hearing your name. So now I turn to her. Yes, bitch, I'm talking about you. You feel me? You play with my sisters and that shit is a no-go and you already know that. So don't push it. She stand up like she about to take her foot, her fighting stance. I'm like, oh. So I'm not saying nothing. I don't care. You standing up like you want to fight. Your body language is saying it all. I need you to lean back on that truck. She leaned back on that truck. Next thing you know, I'm talking to Chrisean some more. I'm getting fired up because now I feel the energy of both of them. And it's like, yo, bitch, why you stand up again? Lean back on that truck. She leaned back on that truck. Whole time, we being recorded unaware to me. I guess it was a strain. Okay, that's going on. It turned into like a heated argument, I'm passionately trying to fight for my sisters and help Chrisean to understand like where she went wrong and how the situation is wrong to bring her around. I'm not saying you're wrong for being her friend. That's just a flaw in your character. That's what you gotta deal with as you being an individual. I don't got nothing to do with that. However, my issue is the way what's she around for. She's around. So now let's backtrack, rewind before that day. Stuff that I was aware that I wasn't aware like was probably conjuring up these feelings against me. But it wasn't like that. It's like, okay, you come back. You talking about you about to go meet with Latifah. Okay, she not answering the phone. You calling the phone. You about to go to Atlanta. Latifah not answering the phone. You call Chaotic phone to get in touch with her. Okay, I'm looking at it like it's a form of pressing and forcing, you know, the hand on the situation. So you get out there, the things go a little long when however it's going about. I'm on the phone with Latifah. We on FaceTime. What's up? What you doing? Nothing. Waiting for Chrisean. She's supposed to be coming to the studio. It's been 2 hours. Now I'm about to extend it by another hour. Okay, cool. She by another hour. She's like, yo, bro, she's not even here yet. I'm like, all right. So they ended up not doing no music, but they ended up linking together. Y'all saw the little clips of them with the pig and all that. Boom. That was that. The next day, Chrisean did the studio. Same thing happened. It was reversed. The situation was reversed. Chrisean come uptown. She come in the house. She got a recording on her phone. Her on Snapchat going off. So I hear her talking, you know, now I'm listening. I hear her talking on the Snapchat, but then I hear Tifa's name. And then I heard more stuff that she was saying. So I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Chrisean. And Chrisean, you listening, you know I ain't lying. I said, Chrisean, you can't post that, and you better not post that. She's like, but why? This is my truth. This is your truth. It doesn't matter. Everything is not for the internet. This is a problem right now that we're dealing with, and we're trying to heal as a family. Everything is not for the internet.
It got put on the table and it got
thank God she listened to me. And she didn't post it. She said, okay, I'm going to listen. I said, yo, because you're going to be starting something. And if you start something, I promise you, I'm not vouching. I'm not saying nothing this time. I'm not saying when people don't put your hands on. I'm not saying nothing. It's going to go however it's going to go. And that's just what it's going to be. So she listened, praise God. She didn't post it. She get phone calls out the back, back to back, back to back, back to back, offers, deals, this and this. And she expressed to me, thank you. I'm happy I didn't post it. I am too, because we want this peace and we want to sustain it. We want to maintain it and we want to grow this peace. Not go against each other or get frustrated with one's healing. You cannot do that if you're genuine. You cannot get frustrated with the process of somebody else's process of healing. So boom, that took place. Another time, after that, it was about, I forgot, Chaotic called my phone, and he's telling me, like, he don't understand. He like, yo, I guess both of them want an apology. Both of them want an apology. So Chrisean like, oh, she want an apology. I'm not giving her an apology. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, I get it. They saying Latifah she's not giving her an apology. Okay, that's fine. We're not pressing the issue about apology. Just not do that. Let's just stand on the piece that we got. Okay, boom. So I explained to Chaotic Latifah's disposition, in which I understand. My heart go out to her when it first happened about the molestation allegations, all of that stuff. It was like, come on now, yeah. But like I told Latifah and I explained myself, and I wanna give her a public apology on here. So y'all go tag Latifah, tell her to join my live real quick. But you know, for me, the disposition was I came out and I spoke and I said I would never say nobody lying, and I would never say nobody's telling the truth with certain stuff like that, because you don't know what take place with people, and I wasn't there. Okay, after processing the situation, processing the conversations, and coming up with the understanding, like, hold up, why are we doing this, and why is this? Oh, is content this important to do this? So okay, I reached out to Latifah a couple times. She was in her thing where she was ignoring me. So me, I'm not about to chase nobody. So it's like, all right, I'll let her know I'm siding with her and I feel her once we get, you know, when she gets to a place where she comes back talking to me. So, okay. Time go by.
That take place. So another night, Chrisean called me. She told me Latifah sent her a text message. I go over the message. Chrisean didn't read the message exactly. And then I guess being, you know, yeah, out, whatever, she, you know, she was in the studio, you know, feeling herself. So I'm like, yo, wait till you sober up, reread the message, and then in the morning, reread the message. It's a beautiful message, and Latifah's being genuine in it.
It was so genuine.
So I want you to be open to the message. Don't be shut off to it. Like, you know, let's practice and play with this patience and play with this peace that we all, you know, been seeking in one another, peace. So let's apply the peace to the message and see how you feel about the message afterwards. So she's like, all right, bro, fuck it. She wants an apology. I'm gonna give her an apology. Can you write me an apology and send it to me now and tell me the apology while you're typing it? So I'm like, all right, I started typing the apology, but then I'm like, I just started telling her, I'm like, yo, the best way to come off is just tell, like, you know, you apologize for publicly humiliating her, you know, lying on her and just sabotaging her character and interfering and messing with her career. Before it even started, for real. And it's like, no. I ain't saying no public humiliation. I'm like, just Google the words and see what I'm talking about. So you can understand, like, I'm not trying to put you in a predicament where you sound crazy or look crazy. I'm just trying to, you asked me to make you an apology, and I can only give you an advice from my honest standpoint. So, okay, we didn't talk no more for that, and that was that. Now it's fast forward back to the party. That take place, you show me that, I tell you, nah. Then you start talking crazy about it. I'm like, nah, hold up. So what about the peace that night? What about those tears that was in Tessa's kitchen when we was together? What about that night? So you telling me your tears were fake? Because they were big tears flowing down the cheeks. Like, big tears flowing down the big cheeks. Like, it was a good moment. We was all high off of one another, reuniting and just having some type of peace. It was a good feeling. I'm talking about even to take it to the week. It was just a good feeling for all of us, a relief. But was it fake? It's like, that was the question. It's like, no, it's not. But the enemy is trying to sabotage it. But don't be a willing vessel for the enemy to use you. So that took place. And that's just how it went. So me and her got into a heated argument about it. And when I left, we left
you and Marsh, that happened. You and Marsh, you basically tell her, like, chill the fuck up before she gets smacked. And Chrisean want to defend her. Like that situation, no Zeus and Tifa. And
yeah, so Chrisean took a stance against me with Marsh. So I'm like, all right. But during one of our conversations previous that week, oh yeah, rewind back. During one of me and Chrisean's and I conversations previously that week, see you later, princess. I was telling Chrisean I wanted her to keep it sacred when her and Tifa do meet outside of the siblings, because they didn't do like how we all did. We prayed. We kept praying throughout the time that we made peace that day. We rejoiced. We kept on holy music. Even when the secular music I played at first, I put my country song on, and it just kept going from there. The atmosphere, Tessa prayed in her household. The atmosphere, the tone was perfect. So it was good for us. So I'm like, while y'all out and y'all in the studio, try to keep, like, you know, be sober, be, you know, keep it a spiritual, sacred space for y'all. Don't try to turn up and make it like nothing. Because I said, this is what I told her. I said, the thing about this, right? I taught all my sisters how to fight, right?
Yeah.
All of them. But Latifah, out of all of them, she's my favorite one to teach. Like, Latifah have a natural skill. But not only do Latifah have a natural skill, Latifah got like that thing that's in me. People be surprised when it come out. They be like, whoa, that was phony. Like, I didn't know you could get like that. No, it's this switch, right? So I was explaining to Chrisean, like, be careful, because like you'll be indulging for the whole time. You might send a shot and you think that shot just gonna go over her head. Tifa got to switch in her. Like, how she be, she's not faking. This is how she is. Tifa got a switch in her. And it's like, yo, don't indulge or turn up and think that's gonna make y'all, don't build your relationship back off of that. Build your relationship in a sacred, safe space. You gotta create a sacred, safe space, because it's healing going on. And it's much grief through healing. No matter what you're healing from, it's a lot of grief that you gotta face, because you gotta face the different situations, you gotta face different feelings, you gotta face each and every detail of the grief. So I just told her, like, be mindful, you know, people gotta switch on her. And I think when I told her that, immediately after that, Marsh was on board. Now I'm coming to find out, it's like Marsh is on the payroll. So it's like, whoa, is Latifah even safe with this? Because how y'all gonna do that? I don't want Latifah going to prison for killing nobody, because ain't nobody gonna be able to hurt her. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody be able to, you ain't gonna triumph over her. It's not gonna happen. No weapon formed against her shall prosper. No weapon. So it's like, I don't want her going to prison. I don't want her getting in trouble. I don't want her losing her career or getting away from her children because, over deceit that went farther than it should have. It was like that deceit conceived a lot, and it was messed up. So that was my disposition. Like I said, man, Chrisean never had no problems. I came to the party and saved the day, bought the cake. Everything was cool. And Chrisean noticed about me out of anybody. I'm not one. You can't come to me and say, this B did, that she did, that she did. First of all, you talk about my sister or my brother. Don't come telling me that like that. Talk to me calm. Tell me what's going on. I'll hear you out. But if you come in with all that frustration and energy, I can't receive it because we're not about to talk about nobody. We're not about to do that. That's me.
And that's a fact.
That's me. Like, that's my disposition with it all. Like, Chrisean know that. You call my phone talking crazy about anybody. It's like, wait, don't do that. Especially not about my mother kids. Don't talk crazy about the siblings. Don't do that. We're not doing discord. We're not sowing discord. We're not magnifying and being dishonorable. We're not doing none of that. So it's like, okay, you know that about me. And it's like, how dare you get pissed off? But even more than that, okay, you're entitled to your feelings. But how dare you get on here and create a false narrative about me? Now I understand slightly how it go with Snapchat, how you make your money. You know what I mean? They want these negative narratives. But it's like, okay, the least you could do is, all right, have us in on it, at least. Like, it's like you and your friends in on what's going on. We don't know what's going on. Y'all got these cameras in our face on the low. We don't even know that that's taking place. But the whole time, it's like a narrative is being created. I messed up the narrative against Latifah because I'm naturally not with it. That stuff is on record. I don't think they want to post it because I ain't spit nothing but facts. Like, that's when I speak, I don't know how to speak nothing. I'm not speaking unless I speak of facts. So it's like, okay, that situation, it turned on me because I wouldn't turn on Latifah. It was like, whoa. So now a narrative get created about I sent $4,500 out. You never came like that. And what's crazy is, listen, I don't even like put nobody out there. Like, I'm not that girl. Because what I do, I come direct. I come direct to you. Like I told her, pull up and stay. Like, don't pull up, come in and run out the back door. None of that. Pull up and holler at me face to face.
You pulls out your pocket.
Yeah, constantly. So for me, it was like, damn, why you try to use that instead of saying what really happened? You saying something about some money because, okay, that same night I text her. I went home. I was mad I didn't slap Marsh. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna hold you. I said it with my pastor earlier. He said, please don't. But I'm like, okay. I was mad when I got home. This was one of my things when I used to fight. This was one of my things when I was thugging outside. I go on people's mouths. I'm beating you. I'm about to wear you out. You heard me. And I hit real hard. So I'm about to wear you out because I'm not going home regretting not hitting you. Because I don't like that. But I was in the house like, yo, I should have slapped that bitch. I can't believe Chrisean turned up on me. So my sister Chastity called my phone like, yo, what's going on? I don't know what's going on, but I just heard all this evil stuff. She was saying all this crazy stuff about you. And all this stuff. I'm like, for real? She's like, yeah. So I called Chrisean like, yo, pull up. Where you at? Pull up so I can slap you in, Marsh. That's my disposition. That's where I was at that moment. Pull up. Pull back up. So a few hours later, Sean ended up pulling up. But she come in the house, tell my son, shh. He like, mommy. I'm like, oh, he never said my name like that. I'm like, oh. He said, Aunt Chrisean. So he said, as soon as he said that, she kissed the baby. Took off. Got out of there. Chastity called like, what did you do? Did you just chase her down the alley with something? What did you do? I don't know what's wrong, but as soon as she got in the car, her boyfriend was like, telling the driver, go, 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 go. I'm like, no, by the time I ran outside, I didn't see her, no car, no nothing. So I called her like, where are you at? I was still livid. Like, I'm talking about, at this point, my flesh had its way.
Saying that she would have jumped in the
yeah, and then the second part of the phone call was that she said, hey, Daddy, if Terrine would have swung, she don't even know. As soon as she would have swung, I was jumping on her from Marsh. That hurt my feelings, and it pissed me off tremendously. So now I'm like, you and Marsh pull up. I like to fight them 2 at a time. That's how I do. Because if I fight one, it's guaranteed somebody's going to tell me or tell people that I bank them. So nobody's here. It's just me. Pull up. You feel me? First, I'm about to have my homegirls pull up. I'm like, my homegirls, the way they from West Baltimore.
Come on in.
I'm gonna leave it like my homegirls from West Baltimore. You feel me? And it's like, yo, the way they coming, I'm like, no, they're going to do the most. I don't even want that. Now I'm going to have the police on my mind. Think about what's going on. You know what I mean? So I'm not doing that. So I waited. Nobody came. I called. Text. Going off. The next morning, I call, where's the baby stuff? Da 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 da, all this stuff. I look, his stuff is here. I called Chrisean, she didn't answer. She sent me $200. That pissed me off because you're trying to silence me and I'm trying to get in touch with you because no, you played last night and y'all was talking crazy. I don't know what type of drugs it is or what it is that amplify the craziness, but it's like, okay, you was talking crazy. So it's like, all right, she sent $200. I'm like, yo, I text her, don't send me no more pennies. You feel me? Like, me, Bishop and Terrence, I texted, I was in my feelings for real. Me, Bishop and Terrence will take care of it. I trust God. Like, I was taking you at your word, but your word is some shit. And that's what I told her. So that's what it came from. And then she just go into this money situation. And it's like, okay, yo, even any receipts that you send, they're going to represent me. Anything that you send is going to represent me. And everything about me is 100. You heard me. Everything about me is a whole 100. Everything about me is a whole 100. And I take accountability. I'm a very responsible person. So I like to hold people accountable. So when I hold you accountable, that's me. That's out of my responsibility. Don't bring nothing to me and you think you're about to just get over on me with these words and these emotions. I'm so detached from emotions. I'd rather know what's going on. Like, what's really going on? You know what I mean? What's the logic of the situation? What's the real in the situation? So it's like, okay, don't take for granted the fact you're a mommy baby. And you mommy baby, you the whole household baby. You the baby forever until mommy have another baby. She ain't having another baby, so you still a baby. But, okay, we acting grown now, so that's what it is. Be grown, but at the same time, be mindful of how you carry the people that love you. It's wrong to mistreat everybody that loves you. It's wrong. And I just feel like it's terribly wrong. But I definitely wanted to apologize to Latifah for my disposition and me getting in my feelings because she was in her feelings and I shouldn't have got my feelings. I was understanding to her feelings, but I didn't apply my understanding to her feelings and really go at her and seek to go at her when all the crazy allegations first came out. It's like I said, her disposition was like, you know, forget everybody. Don't nobody believe me? No, it's not that. It's just, you know, we had to process this. This was crazy. My children got pulled in the office at their school to get asked what's going on. It's like this affected our households in multiple different ways. So it was like, it wasn't none of that. I just wasn't chasing nobody. However, like I said, I apologize to Latifah for letting you down as a big sister, for not just going above and beyond, and speaking up for you on your behalf. But I had your back the whole go round. Never was cool with Marshall or Jade. Never was none of that. And like I said, it's not the issue. It's not, oh, you cool with them. That's just a present flaw in your character. That's on you. I know how I can deal with you from that. I'm not mad at that. That's on you. You gotta live with being like that. You gotta live with that. I don't have to live with that. However, I don't like how the situation going. I don't like how the words getting twisted, and I don't like how you think about the play in our face. Like, yo, we've been here for some years now. You know what I mean? We know what's going on. We done been through some stuff. You feel me? We done survived and won some wars. You feel me? We done masked and got through some battles. So what you think?
And it really breaks my heart because this is somebody I grew
What you
up
think?
with, somebody
I'm
I
not
feel
one that's going to be
lonely.
silent. Especially if you ask me a question, I'm going to give you an answer. The word of God instructs me to be able to do so. So it's like,
It's distasteful. It's disgusting.
it was
It's
never a
dishonorable.
money issue. The money issue, I wouldn't even bought to nobody. But that was brought out because it was camouflaging
Dead.
the real issue at hand. And the real issue is the hate that's being served, the peace that, it's like, was it really peace being made? That was our goal. That's still our goal. You know what I mean? And we still gonna have peace. I remember telling y'all a couple years ago when it first happened with Tesehki and Marsh, they will speak again. We will be a family again. We will be united, and we will stand as one again. But right now, okay, it's a lot of riffraff going on. It's a lot of lessons being learned. It's a lot of things that's going on that needs to be learned. Like I was telling Tifa, if she can look at certain situations for what it is, and then just understand that we got to learn how to identify people in these different places and different things that we're dealing with. So when you see that flaw in somebody else, recognize it. Forget their skill. Recognize that flaw and understand what that flaw brought to you from another situation that you went through, that we got through, and don't visit that situation or think you can make that something better than what it already appeared to be. No, we learn it. We each other's learning field. So let's continue to learn from one another and let's bubble.
A little baby.
But even the
It's
money gets
extortion, that's
sent, even the money
ridiculous.
that gets sent, it don't replenish the money that I spend. Because like, understand me this, once I spend money, when I go into my savings and I withdraw and I'm pulling, constantly pulling, and taking care of footing bills, taking care of stuff, needs and whatever come. And I'm taking care of stuff. By the time you get a check at the end of the month, whenever they send your check, I can't even replenish my account. You know why? Because I got to get other stuff with the money that you sent that we need now. You know what I mean? So it's like, don't take me for granted. And let's not talk about money. You can't talk about money until you get to know money. You feel me? I know money. I know what's up with it. You know what I mean? So it's like, let's be mindful. Let's be considerate. And let's be more honoring one to another. And like I said, Latifah didn't deserve the public humiliation that she got the first go round, the sabotaging of her career, the sabotaging of her character. And like I said, that was big for me to hear Chrisean ask me to write her an apology for Latifah. And I'm like, I wanted to come more from your heart. But that was big to me, and that said a lot to me. And I hope that this can correct Latifah. How she's viewed, you know what I mean, from here on out. She's not a child molester. She's a good mother. She's a good sister. She's a good auntie. And truth be told, when she comes to the party, she brings the best gifts.
No,
since we were young,
the cards.
Since we were young, she brings the best gifts.
A1.
And you know what's crazy? I don't give out gifts. I give out cash. So
Yeah, that's one thing. Yes,
but Latifah give the best gifts.
Best gift and cards.
She's a good person. You know what I mean? And it's messed up that she didn't get viewed in that light. And, you know, it is what it is, but God is an amazing God, and all things work together for the good for those that are called according to his wills and those that love him. So I know it's going to all work out for the good eventually, but right now, I know it don't look like that and it don't feel like that.
If you ask me, this shit was like a domino effect. If Marsh would have just kept her mouth closed. Marsh got to talking out of nowhere. Tesehki ain't like it. Then Chrisean didn't like that Tesehki didn't like it. Then the sister didn't like that Chrisean didn't like it, and she was defending Tesehki. Now it's just whole shit. And if you ask me, it started with Marsh. But what do I know? Okay, so look, if y'all found this video interesting, and I hope you did at least a little bit, please like, comment, subscribe, share, turn your post notifications on. Thank you.